Let me know when you're ready.
Alright.
Okay. We are waiting for you. Waiting for them. For John Mark to receive it. I'm waiting for them. So, how many people do we have? Just 9 before, because we just joined. So we're waiting for them. Okay. Maybe you should test him now. What? He's back, he's back, he's back. He's back. He's back.
Does it need to charge for more or no?
No, he's charging already.
Okay.
We're fine. Yeah, we're fine.
Alright. Phase 2. Action.
Don't forget to capture stuff on the camera. Yes. Okay. Great. Great. Careful. I need to start leaving now. It's past 9. The memory card is full. No. Can you just delete some things off, please?
The amount of hurdles that we're jumping over right now.
Ṣé kí òkè wà lórí? It's open. It's open. Not 11 yet. Ilé yà? It's locked already. Wà á kàn ṣí, wà á fi chair sí. Àní ṣe ní Woody? Yeah. Woody? Check my logo. Okay.
should go live on TikTok or something,
Yeah, actually, we should.
right?
I never really do that.
Right? This would be a great opportunity for that.
What's your phone?
I'm doing on Instagram.
You wanna go live on Instagram?
I mean, whichever one. I don't have many. Followers on TikTok.
You can do live.
That's the way you grow it.
That's the way you grow.
Yeah, probably should.
You have a, what about,
Are you like that?
yeah, but on TikTok. Is there an app that allows you to go live on TikTok and Instagram at the same time? See, there's an app where you can go multiple, but you can add multiple accounts and
Oh,
you can
really?
stream from all of your social media accounts. Yeah.
This AI live, I don't get it. Flip this camera and
There.
what else? Is it live right now?
What are you on?
This.
Are you on Facebook or Instagram? I don't think that looks, that doesn't look like Instagram.
Sorry, I'm on
TikTok?
TikTok.
Bring it down a list. You can see, you can see. Yeah, maybe tilt it. Tilt it down a little bit.
I'm gonna go with that. Because I'm gonna like take it.
I'm crying. That's the best motherfuckers still right now. I'm trying to stream from Instagram and
Together at some time?
yeah, but it just feels like it's not. What's a stream key? Did you press play? I mean, did you press live? So it says the stream keys if I go live. And then I enter it in. It's good. Instagram. I gotta turn my camera on. Alright, I guess you'll be on TikTok and I'll be on Instagram. It's going. Oh, you got two phones. That's what it is. Lit. That's what I need.
Girl, you've not been online for a while. I'm watching it. Only she is sure. See you tomorrow. Bye. Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
Probably not. Tomorrow I definitely have to work.
Yes? No, don't worry about it. Bye.
Ooh, it's got cold all of a sudden. I'm finished. It's okay.
How you feeling?
Just cold. Other than that.
So sorry about that.
Can't help that. I see the thermostat is locked.
Yeah.
Should we turn this one?
Okay. Turn the other turn. Yeah, like this. No.
Forward?
Yeah, forward. Yeah.
Looking good?
You're right.
Cool.
Should we bring the light up a little bit? What do you do?
Yeah, no. That's as close as it's probably gonna be able to get
Okay.
with you working around.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
Gosh, it's so cold in here. I'm like looking at the patterns on the floor and I'm just, every single time I'm amazed.
You see the
I'm
the
just
amount of stuff in there,
amazed.
right?
It's just like the fact that you can create these patterns without a stencil is insane. And it's like, as an artist, I know what it takes to be able to like see the image in your mind and draw it.
Yeah.
But you just move. You just keep going, and the fact that you're able to get these images is incredible.
Oh, thank you. Sweet. That's sweet of you to say.
Always in awe. Always in awe. Like I'm looking at the patterns and I'm like, bro, what? Like I could draw this individually, but to just move and go.
Yeah, to bring it up together.
Yeah.
To tell a story. That's the whole point. Is that you have to keep it like, it's almost like when I visualize them, it's like in continuum.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing
It
is
just-
really isolated.
Yeah, but the thing is, you use negative space so
That's the whole point.
effortlessly. That's
It's
the
to trap,
thing.
it's to trap
Yes.
all the images in
In
the
a
darkness.
negative, exactly. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
learning that now in my art class. We're doing our last final project on negative space, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo. So looking at this, I'm like, the fact that you can create these images in negative space and isolate them, and it still flows, it blows my mind.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
So
that.
cool. So cool.
I appreciate that. It's almost like bringing out, like, it's like when you look at the nervous system or you look at fractal geometry,
And it just,
yes, it appears in nature a lot.
Mhm.
Like in leaves, flowers, crabs,
crustaceans.
and
Yeah.
zebras,
Hmm.
anything.
Anything with a pattern.
Exactly, and they have this way of like mimicking each other, but not
They're
exactly.
not perfect, yeah.
Yo, that shit drives me. Like, yo, I'm always nerding out when I'm like, yo, when I'm looking at like.
But like they all have it,
Yeah, they all have it.
and it gets passed down.
Yes,
You know,
they all have it.
like a genetic code.
Exactly. So when you're looking at like a lot of things I'm doing here is mirroring, like I put two sides of the Orisha like that. There's this side and there's this side, and there's a comb in the middle,
Mhm.
which is representation of like I was trying to do your hair,
Mhm.
but like an imitation of like style,
Femininity.
femininity.
Yeah.
You know, so like right here is also like where you have the breast, but almost like sensual nature of
Mhm.
it, just bringing the beauty together and two sides of it. Just bringing that like a force. So when you're looking at it, it's almost inviting, but at the same time it's very subtle. So you're looking at it and you're just like, oh, this is really beautiful. But then there's something about it that's like layered again.
And then when you look into
when
it,
you
you're like,
look
oh,
into it, like, oh, that's what's in
That's
there.
that, that's
and that's
that.
the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
like from
Easter
of a
eggs.
whole picture, you're like, oh, this is nice, and then when you get close, you start to see the
You start
detail.
seeing the detail in it. That's for me, that's everything. When people can go into detail and just like start figuring stuff. And what I like in this is sometimes it takes people weeks
Mm-hmm.
to look
I mean,
at a
yeah, it's a
picture.
lot.
And they're like, oh, I see what you were saying here. Yeah, that's the goal, man. And it's true. This is always. It's like I'm not the first person. Like people that I studied that did this were like 277 and
Mhm.
Mike Okudai, and there's this guy called Bruce Engelberg, he's a Nigerian artist. He's been doing that like in the 70s, in the 60s, and like but people don't know him. People know him. Artists, of course. Let me not say people don't know. People know him, but this generation, the younger
Yeah.
like people, are not really
Yeah.
tapping into
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot
not
of these
familiar
guys.
with him.
Yeah.
You know, it's also
Yeah.
from a completely different country.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so it's like you're bringing. You know, I mean, to be honest, as artists, anything that's out of the U.S., it's like ancient, or from like the Renaissance. That's when we learn about artists that are not from this country. Other than that, everyone's pretty much, from the U.S.
It's true.
So you're bringing work and a style of art that's technically not native here, that's modern, that we can learn and
Learn
understand,
from.
and you know, that's not from the Renaissance and
Renaissance,
not
yeah.
a Caravaggio, you know, like.
And what's crazy is that when you really look at all the institutional artists, even to be honest with you, people like Picasso, they borrowed a lot from a lot of other African artists, which they did not.
Especially Picasso.
Yeah, which he did not admit.
He didn't admit, but he knew where he got it from.
Yeah, he knew. I
And-
mean,
but, like, if you
we
asked
all-
him,
if you know, you
He
know.
would admit it if you asked him.
Yeah.
Because he did know where it came from and he understood where it came from. But yeah, he didn't blast it out so that people would be like, oh, this is that, you know?
This is where you took it from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hold on.
Watch your foot. Yo, if y'all could see the bootleg way that he has his phone taped up to this tripod, insane. We need to get you a tripod. I'm gonna send you the link to the ones that I
how to
have.
use Zio.
It's okay, I got you. I'm gonna send you everything that I have.
How do you use but seriously, are you like, do you go live on TikTok? often?
No, I don't go live on TikTok. I don't go live, period, to be honest, often. I need to start because I always forget. And in taking breaks off of social media, I forgot how to like be a social media content capturer. Whereas before I used to always have my phone out, I would always capture everything. When I took a year and a half off, I didn't take my phone out because I would just be in the moment. So now I'm trying to cognitively remind myself.
Record yourself.
Yes.
It's the world we live in now. It's almost like
Unfortunately.
artists, you cannot escape it. You have to have a camera on. which is-
Constantly.
Which is almost like counterintuitive because we don't think like that.
We
Like,
don't. We
No.
don't. But you respect it because when I look back at all the stuff that I've done in the past and I've captured it, I'm like, I'm grateful that I
That you
captured
did.
it. I'm grateful that I have the videos. I'm grateful that I could remember and reminisce.
when I did this.
Yeah, like even when you painted me for the first time at
Yeah.
Tim Akamura's studio.
Yeah.
Like I have footage of that.
Mm.
You know? Not video because I don't think TikTok Live or Instagram Live was a thing during that
At that
time.
time, yeah. It's crazy. Things have changed.
Things have changed, but I am trying to remember to capture these moments and let people in on it. Like people are always like, oh, who painted you or how did that happen? Now they get to see
The process.
the process, you know,
Exactly.
which is cool. I get to let them in,
Mm.
let my audience in, let your audience in, let people that, you know, have never seen anything like this before in.
Yeah, because it's this assumption that, oh, people saying it in my head. I'm like, yeah, but some people have not.
Yeah, some people have no idea what this is, what it
It's like,
means, what
what's-
you're doing.
Yeah, then that's like, what is that? It's just
Yeah,
like-
they don't understand it, and then they have negative thoughts about it or whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
like,
So this
oh.
allows them to
to really like look
have
at
more
that-
understanding, yeah.
understanding of it.
clarity.
Absolutely. Sorry, it's cold.
It's always cold. Oh my gosh, I'm literally about to walk into class. I have no problem going to school like this
Your hands, miss.
or going into public like this. It's just, I go to school in Long Island.
Oh.
And I don't think they've ever seen anything like this or experienced anything like this before.
You're like, huh?
So I know both of my professors are about to make me a spectacle.
ask you so many
in my
questions.
class, especially one of my professors. She's a very quirky, interesting lady. And I know she's about to just flood the questions.
It's okay.
This should be something that is done in school, especially in art school. Like we should be
Yeah.
getting our hands, like,
Absolutely, I want to start
in
teaching
this type of
school.
stuff. Yeah, you
Absolutely, I want to
should.
start teaching them in school. Actually, it's spoken
Go
about
into
in
being a
the
professor.
Yeah, I would love to. Steer the schools to put in their curriculums so that we can start teaching students. Because a lot of people don't know anything about
No.
like
The
like
form of
knowledge that
art,
comes-
just everything. Yeah, just this is a form of art that not a lot of people. And then it comes with history. It comes with so much.
Yep. Get to that level, you have to bring people into it.
Yeah, but then you got to go back to school because then you got to get a. You
Because
gotta get
I
a.
didn't study art in school.
You didn't study art in school, which is
No.
not necessary. But you need to get an education, to teach here in the U.S. You have to have an education
Degree.
degree. So you definitely, and then you have to pass the Board of Education tests.
Test and all that stuff. Interesting.
But hey,
Even
to
with
be a
my-
professor,
with my BL, 'cause I
yeah,
actually
you still need to
I
pass.
still have to pass like a certain education.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But hey, you can get your
But I just
get your
need to bring
doctorates
but I
in
need to
education.
bring my transcripts and stuff. 'Cause
I mean-
I have 2 degrees.
Yeah, they would transfer all of that. They can transfer your degrees over, but what's the degrees in? One was in law, right?
Yeah, undergrad law, BL, and then I have my LLB.
Okay, masters.
Yeah,
But you haven't gone for your doctorates yet.
no. I was supposed to do my LLM, but I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do art now.
I'm gonna go be an artist.
Just mortified my
Well, we should do it
parents.
this way.
Okay.
So the cameras can see.
I mortified my parents. Mortified my everybody. But
Yeah, but it's your true passion, no?
it's honestly,
Would teaching be a passion?
I love to teach about it. That's the part where, because one thing I figured is it's become like almost like it's, what do you call that thing now? Like when you don't like
Second nature?
how do you put it now? It's called sequenon. English. Looking for like something you did not envisage. Something
Oh, okay, gotcha.
you just by virtue of what I do, people ask questions
Mhm.
and I have to teach, whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
So it's almost become second nature to the art. So whenever my art shows up in places, people ask me questions, and I have to tell people that, oh, okay, this is what this means, this is what this pattern means, this is what this type of symbolism means in this culture. And they're like, oh, so tell me more. So I find myself teaching.
So technically, would it be historical? Like right now, obviously I'm in art classes. I have 3 art history classes. One about the Renaissance, one about ancient art history, and then I think Western civilization or something like that.
Yeah, it
So this would be more of an African studies of the arts.
would, because I
Or
try to
religion.
run away from anthropology because it's
But it is
contemporary.
anthropology.
But it's contemporary.
It's contemporary, but it also goes historical because
Yeah,
this
it's
is based off
historical.
of the Orishas.
Yeah, based off of the Orishas, but at the same time, there's a like a modern interpretation of it because they never really had like a system of the combination, like also the documentation that I'm doing with it.
Mhm.
So pretty much, I've kind of extracted a lot of some of those, patterns in terms of like a combination. You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
then that's where the art comes in.
Yeah, that's where the art comes in.
But
So
it
the
stems from
combination of-
somewhere which would need to be
Oh,
taught so people have an
Absolutely, have an
understanding.
understanding of the roots.
Right now we're building a curriculum.
Absolutely.
So just so you
I've
see
been
the
thinking about
vision.
it. No, I've been thinking about. No, you're absolutely right. I'm thinking about it for a minute because every time I go speak somewhere, it's always like, oh, so are you going to teach a class? I'm like, yes. When I'm not busy working and trying to live in America and pay bills.
But when people ask if you're going to teach a class, as in teach a class of how to do the art or teach a class of what the art means
What
and where it
the art
stems
means and where it stems from.
from? Okay.
Also, like, people want to have like a better understanding of what mates.
Okay.
Yeah, and also like, because people often say, so why make it contemporary, or like why put like working with like a Beyonce, for example, working with all these brands. It's almost like people are like, it should just not mix with contemporary stuff, and this is where I find problems, especially with people who are like purists, who
Yeah.
want to like just keep it in
The box
like,
that
the
it's in.
box,
Yeah.
and want to live it like with the
And not allow
the
it to
elder
grow and
people.
expand.
Yeah, and then Oshogo and Yoruba. Let's just keep it Yoruba. No other person should have access to it. I'm like, no, it should definitely be for the world, because this is what makes us all of us human.
Mhm.
In terms of our complexities and the beauty. Like, imagine not being able to share the story on a global stage.
Mhm.
It's almost like when I, for example, when I put this, for example, and I put it on like a Star Wars mask, or I interpret it on like a
What's the bottle? The Belvedere.
Belvedere bottle,
Mhm.
or put it on like
The cologne.
movies and clothes and like fashion
Yeah.
shows and everything.
Perfumes.
Exactly, cologne bottles like Bulgaria and everything. It's like what I aim to do is to bring us into those spaces.
Yeah, you're mixing.
Yeah,
You're
mixing everything up in such a way where it's almost like also like participation in the inflection of humanity.
It is, because we have to grow. I mean,
Yeah,
we
we have
can't
to
leave
grow.
it in the future. We don't
Exactly,
live
we
in the
don't live
past.
it fast.
We don't live in the past. We live in the future.
Exactly.
It has
So
to go
it
somewhere.
has to go somewhere, and it has to be in those spaces, because
Yeah.
I can't tell people like
It's a
people
part of
like,
your life.
It's part of the life, and also because I always hear things like we need to establish our own worlds and like separate
yeah.
from them, and just create like an ecosystem that is different from the contemporary world. And I'm like, then we're gonna need like an 80-year start.
But we live
Like,
there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna need 80 years to catch up with the world
Yeah.
as it is right now. So it's also when people want to be part of something, I'm like, I'm not just eager to see us on that stage. I want people who look like me to look at a reflection of who they are in the world and see something that mirrors them.
Exactly. Yes.
You
Exactly.
know, it's very, very important, because I grew up without ever seeing any of this
Of course.
on TV
Mhm.
or seeing it on Star Wars or
And
like
yeah, imagine
Superman and
being able to
everything.
grab a bottle of whatever wine or something,
Yeah.
and your history is
It's
printed on
literally
it.
printed on it. It's different.
Yeah.
And
It's
again,
inclusive.
It's inclusive. And humans are like, we like to say, oh, this is like, oh, it's just a movie, or this is a bottle, but it's a reflection of humanity, because art mirrors life.
Yeah.
And we are looking at everything. The reason why we watch all these movies and all this, all this stuff is because we see ourselves in them.
Yeah, and it's culture.
Yeah, and it's culture. And imagine all this. For example, when I watch Batman, I watch Superman, look at all this, I'm like, yeah, that's how the people see themselves. That's how young girls see themselves in the world.
Mhm.
And this is how we escape.
Yeah.
And we form, ideas about life.
Mhm.
Just imagine now seeing yourself, seeing little black boys, little black designs, little black everything in some of these things. It kind of shifts narrative that kids are going to grow up in a world where they see themselves and they're able to understand that, yeah, that's something that's close to my home,
Yeah, like I know that
I know
symbol.
that symbol.
What's that symbol doing on a
Yeah,
perfume
yeah,
bottle? I
exactly.
know that symbol.
I know that.
It feels like you're being represented.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, again, I used to tell people all the time that, yeah, I grew up learning A for apple and B for ball.
Mhm.
And trust me, we didn't have apples where I grew up. We didn't have apples where I grew up. So, apple was something that was very foreign. So, it was something that we had to look up to.
Mhm.
So you don't have, when you teach a kid A for apple, it's almost like you're telling him like, yeah, your environment, there's no apple here. You have to look to the
That's
side.
crazy though, to learn that A is for apple and not even have apples in your country is crazy.
Because that's the Western
You're like,
curriculum.
what's an apple?
We're literally copying everything
Yeah,
from West. But
literally.
the thing is this is how people are conditioned.
Mhm.
But imagine you see A for Agbaluma, which is something like is close to you. I'm just giving that example because we don't see it the way a lot of when I tell Africans, we really don't understand how colonized we are and how we don't see ourselves in a lot of
Yeah,
these things. Like
yeah.
the moment we start seeing ourselves, there's a new form of intelligence that develops, especially with kids, because that's how you develop people's minds. Because they're not living in a world where they have to aspire and disregard everything that is like immediate environment, and be looking towards something that when we think A for apple, then how many those people that have apple get better, so we aspire to them.
Yeah.
we think about our environment. Oh, this is trash. I'm going to the place where they have
Mhm.
albums, and it's
It's not
very
good enough. It's
psychological.
not
It's
good
not
enough.
good enough, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let me finish this. I'm talking too much. I'm yeah, it's super, super, super important. Representation is super important. That's why when Don called, like this exhibit call, I was like, yeah, it's another opportunity to show culture. People learn,
Mhm.
people view stuff, and some people never seen this before, and now they're gonna see it, and it's not gonna be the first time
Yeah.
ever again.
Yeah.
Because now they've seen it.
Exactly.
They have an understanding of it.
Mhm.
And honestly, for me, that's one of those, like my calling, what I'm like here to do. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna spread the word and spread the artwork to the ends of the earth. And
That's
we hope
awesome.
everybody's listening.
Yeah, honestly, it's incredible.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Of course, also, you know what's important when you find artists, you know, to collaborate with and like help elevate the project. Because honestly, the reason why I always call you is because you always make everything better. And that's how I was like, I'm gonna call Jazz first, and if she's not available, then I'll find out.
Then I'll make my rounds.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, but honestly, it's always, all these years, I probably don't say it enough, it's always a blessing working with you, honestly, because every time we do this, it's always like, it's always insane, and you know, you already know what happens,
Yeah.
so it's always beautiful, man. I just want to say thank you.
Of course, and I always appreciate that you call.
I appreciate it.
You know, this is like, I enjoy this. You know, I love the art, anything artistic.
I appreciate it.
You know.
I appreciate it. Remember when we did the Brooklyn Museum?
Oh my goodness.
I think that was the
right-
first time.
No,
Was it the first time?
that was the first like performance.
performance art. Was at the Brooklyn Museum.
Like, yeah, I think that was the second time he painted
Painted,
it, but
yeah. Okay, first time was at Tim's
was
studio.
at Tim's studio.
Yeah, it was Tim's studio. Oh my
but
God.
that was like the first like actual.
painting.
And that was right before I moved to Florida.
That's crazy.
I think it was like a
'Cause
week
I
or
didn't even
two.
know you were moving to Florida.
Yeah,
then.
it was a week before I moved.
You didn't tell anybody. You just
When I
disappeared.
first moved to Florida, I mean, I never tell people when I leave.
Yeah, I was when you called me, I was like, you're not here anymore. I was like, no, you left us here.
Yeah, but then you came down there a few times.
Yeah, I
and
did.
painted
I
me
did.
down there.
Yeah, I did. That's true. I did. Because Art Basel.
Art Basel.
Art Basel brought me down there.
Yeah.
Straight Art Basel down there.
You were the first time was we was at some event, and then the second time you came was the BET event.
Yeah, BT man.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was crazy.
That was a lot of fun. That was what 2018.
That's what you did?
That was 2018, and the
Damn.
year before that was at another event in Midtown.
Me.
That was 2017.
Do you go back often to Miami?
I used to go back every 3 months, but because I have such a heavy schedule now,
Okay.
and I'm in school, I haven't been able to go since Basel.
You still have artist friends over there?
Yeah, I got mad friends still down there.
Sick.
But most of my friends were like in the music industry.
Oh.
Less visual artists, which kind of sucks. I need more visual artists around me.
Put the head a little bit on your, that. Stay like
I'm
that.
trying to build that now this year. I'm like, definitely this is going to be the year of visual artists because I'm not a musician. But all my friends were like DJs and photographers.
Maybe you need to create art for the videos.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm a graphic artist.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like fine artist and
Have you ever
designer.
done music videos for anybody?
Yeah, I was in Rihanna's video, Drake's video,
Oh,
Bad
that's
Bunny.
true. Oh my God, what am I
Remember
even
it was a video
saying?
ago for a minute?
I remember Rihanna's video. I remember that. I remember.
Yeah, there was a whole music video period.
That was an era. That's
Yeah, that was
true.
an era. That was Miami's era. Miami, I was a video girl. It was just easy because that's where all the videos are shot.
Videos were shot. Oh, makes sense.
But yeah, a lot of those videos, even I think the last video I did was Tokisha. A lot of them I was just in the background, but Rihanna's was the first one and the only one that I was actually a cameo in.
You know what's funny? I think that was Rihanna's last song
No,
that she did.
with Bryson
That she
Tiller?
did. Yeah, that she did.
That was that last album. Whose song is that? That's hers. Wild
That's
Thoughts.
hers, yeah, Wild Thoughts. That was her last.
No, remember
She
she
didn't do
dropped.
anything else.
She
What else
didn't
did
do
she
nothing
drop?
else after that.
No, we've been waiting.
She's never gonna give us another album.
And she just
Rihanna's never giving us music again. That's it. Like, just let that shit.
ASAP just kept like pumping babies, and I'm like, yeah.
Wild
yeah,
Thoughts was her last.
Yeah, I don't think that.
What album was that on?
That was wait, is that the album that had blood and?
Yeah, the blood and it's red and white.
Oh, the red, that one.
It's red, black, and white.
Yeah, that was the last album. And
That
then
was
she-
the last
And
album.
then she had singles with Loyalty.
Yeah, with Kendrick.
Kendrick. She had a few like singles.
Well, that video was shot in 2017. She didn't make anything after that?
Nope.
Damn. It's been like 10 years since she's given us an album?
Yep. She was Super Bowl.
Wow.
Rihanna is like, yo, if Rihanna announces anything tomorrow,
Yo, if Rihanna announced an album drop,
album drop, it's over.
we've been starving.
Yeah. I just hope she has Thames on it.
Thames? Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not Tyler.
I hope to see that on camera. Tyler's friend. And Tyler is amazing. Jesus Christ. I hope you see that.
Oh man, I like Thames.
Yo, have you heard Tyler's new songs?
No, I'm not a huge fan.
Try. Yo. Just
I think she has an amazing voice.
look past all the press and all that stuff. She's actually I
It's
met her.
It's her
I
aura.
met her in person. She's actually really cool.
I'm pretty sure she is.
Yeah.
But how she faces the public.
People always, people are always bound to listen to great things, and also, she's pretty young.
Yeah, she's Gen Z. It's different generation.
Ooh, I like that. Can you?
Some more?
Just want to get some shots.
Run out of space again? Yo, I can't feel my toes.
You okay?
Anemia.
Want to take a break? Let's take a quick break.
Take a break?
Yeah.
Chile. Hey guys, let me see if I can turn this around. Man, it's cold. Under the AC. Let's see, I can answer any questions now. Thank you for everyone that joined. On that Goldie City Gold Jet. How long does something like this take? Oh, you're still live too.
I'm still alive.
Hey guys. It takes an hour or two. It depends. If he's doing full body, this is gonna take
Yeah, a couple like.
a few hours, like
Four
four or 5 hours.
It used to take longer, but now we kind of lost it.
Yeah, if he's just doing the top half of my body, like two.
Yeah,
Yo, the last time I was in here, did full body. That's when we did the ice,
yeah.
from head to toes, like full body was done. And then I had to go outside in January. Naked.
Oh my god, I had to make her go outside.
I had to go outside in the cold with nothing but a tutu on, no shoes. I'm cold. I'm even colder just thinking about it. All right, let's see other questions. You don't got a tripod? No, you want to see what you got going on?
What are you doing? You casting me. Oh
Yo.
man. You're casting me. Oh man.
Let's see what other. Yo, this is dope. I love his artwork. It's very tribal. You don't like that word.
Yeah, we don't call it tribal.
You don't like that word associated with his art. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
We
No
don't
tribal.
call it tribal. And you know why we don't call it tribal? Because this stems from a culture of a people of about close to 70 something million people, and that's not a tribe.
Yeah.
So it's almost very it's debasing. Also, like these are people who have charted their course through history for over like a couple thousand years. So like it's almost not like when we say tribe, Jasmine and I were a tribe, right? 5, 6, 10 people is a tribe, you know. Hundreds of millions of people, that's not a tribe. You know, that's a nation, civilization. It's more of I would say, yeah, it's a
Community.
yeah, it's a community. It's a nation.
It develops a culture.
Yeah, culture. We just call it Yoruba, and we can just call it Yoruba. We can call it ethnic, but we don't use tribe because it's almost something that has been given by colonial masters. That's how they call us. They use that word a lot to divide a lot of people. They use it to say it was tribal. They use it to tribal wars. And when you go to Europe, you never see a Frenchman and say, "What tribe are you?" And French people.
Europe doesn't have tribes.
They do. That's the crazy part. But
Well,
to quote unquote, they never say, "Oh, they're from a tribe." So I mean, people misuse that word a lot. Even Nigerians, we say tribe. Well, I know we're not tribes, but it's gonna take a while. Something people are not ready to have that discussion yet. But yeah, if a Welshman or a German or a Frenchman doesn't think he's a tribe, then Yoruba people are not tribes. It's that simple.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm cold. Okay. What's this say?
Live access removed. This live violates our community guidelines.
It does?
Why?
Oh, here we go. They've come. Community guidelines.
Hold on a second. Hello? Hello? Hi. Yes, I'll be in. Hi. Why they saw a nipple? TikTok recently violated. I'm starting to crack. I'm so cold. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to peace out now. Totes and goats. Wow, 130 people entered.
Oh, wow. On Instagram?
Yeah, it was Instagram.
Yeah, my battery's dead. Shush.
Yo, look at this post. Say I know petty but not illegal. Revenge ideas. I'm cracking.
I need petty but not illegal revenge ideas. Oh my goodness. I'm not looking for advice on how to be the bigger person. That's not my ministry. The best revenge for me is revenge. Plant bamboo in the yard.
What does that mean?
Because bamboo is a very invasive plant that is almost impossible to get rid of. And no matter what, it will continue growing. Even when you think you got rid of it, it will grow through things. So to build a house on top of it,
That's good
it
to
is
know.
one of the hardest materials.
That's good to know.
It'll grow right through whatever. Someone said sign their phone number and email up for all the annoying spam ads and post their number on an ad of selling something. Let's say anchovies inside the curtain rods. Oh, that's crazy. There's a website called shipadick.com that will anonymously mail a box of dicks to your enemies. They'll never know who it came from. When I was pregnant, he went to Mexico and blocked me. I stole all his left dress shoes. Illegal? A little bit. Trust me, ain't there. No dude's calling the cops saying she got on my left shoes. Call your local Mormon church and tell them about troubled souls. Let's see. Someone really got it. They said tape a dime to the underside of his microwave plate. Damn, that'll blow it up. Blue cheese crumbles in a hot car. The mold will multiply like a motherfucker. And you can't get rid of it with a regular cleaning. Blue cheese crumbles. They said expired milk in a spray bottle. Spray everything that's soft. Glitter on everything. That's all one girl, by the way.
You can't tell she's a witch.
Her name is Spunky Brewster. Yeah. She said, sign them up for interested in Scientology, and also sign them up for insurance quotes for a little razzle dazzle. I was never here.
Yo.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's wild. Why? Yeah, they must have definitely fucked shit. Yeah.
Damn, that thread is insane. That's take notes. Take notes. Noted. I never stooped that low, but if I were to.
Yeah.
At least you have tips.
Yes, I have tips now. And I know what to do.
That blue cheese one, like
That blue
who
cheese
even
one
thought about that.
Is
Who
diabolical.
thought about that?
That is diabolical. Diabolical. Blue cheese is diabolical.
Like how did she even come
And
up
she
with
said
it?
it'll multiply like a motherfucker. Because it's mold.
Yeah, they just smile while they do it too. They won't just and the person would like for
How do you know that?
years.
How do you know that? And then the expired milk,
Yeah, pray on everything soft there. You're not coming back from that.
you're not coming back from that. There's no way you're getting that smell out. Expired milk.
And you know the greatest part, you wouldn't know where it's coming from. Like,
because the top notes are like already not smelling like milk after a while. You're like, what's this?
But it's just there. Like imagine you go lay on the couch and you're like,
Yeah, you put a lot of freshener and everything, just be under it. It kind of
nothing's gonna work.
it will mix whatever you put on it.
Oh God, that is diabolical. Like you have to really.
Stay right on fuck with the wrong people.
Yeah, honestly, I wish I had that in me to do that to people. I want to be that diabolical in life.
What?
I do. There's so many people that deserve it. They got my silence instead, but they deserved me. They deserve me walling out like that. Yeah. Maybe next lifetime I could be that girl.
Next lifetime you do that, girl.
I'm gonna be that girl next lifetime. I hope I come back and I can be that girl. Yeah, so, oh my God, the blue cheese. Are we still live? I hear you. Oh, damn. How much more we got?
Just when do you have to?
I gotta be out here in an hour.
Okay.
Because my class is at 1. Let me see how long it's gonna take.
Where you want to go?
Right in front.
Okay.
I went around and then the parking spot right there. Alright, it's gonna take me 1 hour to get to class, so I have to be out here by 12. Gotta go all the way to Long Island. Have you ever driven around Long Island? Oh my goodness, the houses,
Great.
mansions. Mansions. It's just people live like that, and I'm just so not effortlessly, but it's just interesting to see the disparity.
Disparity, like the absolutely.
Whenever I come back from class, I always go and I check them out, and I'm just like, this is insane every time. Every time. You have to do this all weekend, or you're gonna be streaming all weekend?
So I'm using styrofoam in the middle of the background. I was something very great. So now
Oh, while we're in intermission?
yes, I'm going to put this on there.
But it's gonna, it's plugged in.
Yeah, so I don't know what's the charge like if I upload it.
I don't even know how to read that. I'm not sure.
So okay, it's a little plugged. Very charged. She actually said vegetable.
Yep.
I never ever get that cute vegetable.
Back then, that was like, you know, when he like say scallywag or something like that. That's just the slang they used to say.
You're a vegetable.
Yeah. I don't know what it means. I don't know what the slang terminology
I don't know what that
means,
means.
but yeah, that's what like they would say is their slang. Call someone a vegetable. Nowadays, if you're a vegetable, you're brain dead.
Yeah, you're dead. You're vegetable.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let me take a few more pictures and then I'm gonna work on these cards next.
All right.